If you
Fake
see
it
a
till
black
you make
box,
it.
fake it till you make it.
Dale. Let's talk about AI, man.
Man, it's like there are new terms coming in. Have you heard this term AI washing?
Well, I've heard of other kind of washing. What's AI washing?
So what it is and what is that, right? So right now, regulators are cracking down on companies, specifically at agency companies. And
Mm-hmm.
this term is actually coming from kind of the stock market from the SEC,
Mm-hmm.
where some advertisement agencies or even companies, they are claiming that they're using AI when they're not.
Sounds
so
familiar.
so imagine if you just do like a maid service, and yeah, we're using AI.
We're using AI for our maid service. Pick us. Or like, what does that even mean?
Well, there are a lot of companies like that, right? So the
Yeah.
government is. I'm pretty glad that they're doing that, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it creates a whole gambit of different problems, right? Because
Yeah.
it's
Just
hard to trust.
confusion.
It's
Mm-hmm.
confusion.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos for the government. Usually we don't give them credit, but for this one, I think that it's a good one. And yes, AI washing is kind of the term that is coming out. So um, what do you think about that?
It's pretty interesting. And now I'll mention this one example, right, that we just recently heard this week, right? Um, Amazon, right? So you remember the Amazon Go? I know you definitely do, right?
Yep. I
Well,
actually, because I live in Seattle, I
mhm.
attended the first when they opened it, the first one, right? So, uh, but yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that their walkout technology, right? So that's if you guys have seen the videos of basically this. I don't think they've had too many versions of this around, but where you can just walk in, grab something off the shelf, and then walk out. If you're a registered Amazon user, it'll just automatically charge you, so you don't have to do the whole register, cash, and pay and all of that. It's all
It
just
was
done
cashless though.
automatic.
You didn't have to even pay. They have your credit card as
They have
well.
your account, right?
Mhm.
Well, I think they were touting that, hey, this new AI visual technology, it's doing all of it. They were doing the AI washing, right? Basically what they were doing, right?
I have
Well,
no
what did we
idea.
find out recently?
Yeah. So and again, this article is public. I kind of knew this because I was in that area, right? And I worked
Hmm.
for Amazon for a little bit, and now the report came out though. That they had literally 1,000 Indian people, and I'm not trying to to be racist here. The article said that, right? And it's like, man, I'm surprised how like these big companies don't get in trouble for lying, right? Like because we see like Theranos, right? Like
Yeah.
the lady, she said that she had a how the Theranos is not different from this one, right? Like
Yeah.
they are like a smoky mirrors. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
AI
The AI
washing.
is doing it.
AI does it. And like, oh, enough said. Yeah, I totally believe it now.
So so yeah, so I think and now that article, right, they are saying, well, we are not doing that anymore. uh, we are actually planning to do baskets to
Yeah.
basically be able to get it like your shopping cart, right? um, what do you think there? I have a couple ideas on why maybe they're going in that direction, but what's your take there?
Well, I think like a lot of AI companies or lots of companies, they're trying to downsize because they're like they need AI to actually work and reduce costs. So maybe it'll be easier to track in a basket versus like having an AI watch you or an army of folks over in India just watching you and manually doing it and manually charging you. I mean, that is just so disingenuous. Like people are thinking they're going in there shopping, like, oh, I'm part of this cool AI, whatever experiment. And it's really someone in the background, like, I
What
think
is
they
this
got
person?
2 oranges, a loaf of bread, and a Snickers bar. Okay, $9.95. There we go. It's just kind of funny. I don't know.
It is funny, but it's still a little bit like shitty, that these
Yeah.
companies they are doing it. So it is tough. I think that when they open it, I mean, and we see it also with Elon, right? Elon, yeah, we have like cars that they can drive themselves. Like, man, you were in Mexico City, right? And I don't think that you have been ever in India, right? But
Not in India.
like,
Mm-mm.
you go to these places, man. It's like there's no way that
Yeah.
I cannot even drive myself there.
Well, you start small, I guess. So start with the U.S., right? Maybe a little bit more predictable here.
Yeah. So that was an interesting story about AI, and I'm very impressed on the things that they are coming in like every month, right? But yeah,
Mhm.
this one is a reminder that sometimes you if you
Fake
see
it
a
till
black
you make
box,
it.
fake it till you make it.
They took that literally, huh?
Yes.
It's too funny. Well, okay. So, like we did mention, right? Maybe they're moving to this basket system because maybe they downsize their army in India. But it's not a new phenomenon. So they're saying CNN's reporting that a lot of companies they're saying that technology is going to help shrink workforces within the next 5 years through a survey. So there's a global survey of C executives that are indicating that 41% expect, so that's 41 of these businesses expect to employ fewer people due to the integration of artificial intelligence in the workplace. So I guess everyone's doing this AI washing or expecting AI to really impact their business, and especially over the next 5 years. I mean, they're saying, half of these businesses are saying they're going to reduce the workforce.
We are seeing every company, tech big company, trying to do their own robots. So that's the next wave, right? So if you think that maybe because you work for a restaurant or become a waiter or whatever, right? Some of
Mm-hmm.
the jobs that it requires to be there, think again because some of these companies they are doing it in Amazon, right? For to be able
Mm-hmm.
to pick some products, and I think that you see Tesla, Optimus, right, and you see Boston Dynamics, all of these different companies. Um, you start seeing even Apple, right? That was the other kind of news that came out of tech that Apple is working on a robo butler.
We're gonna get there.
It's like finally I'm gonna tell this is not gonna be Alexa do the dishes, right? It's just gonna be like
It'd be
I guess
Siri.
like Siri do the dishes.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, so what we're seeing here is this overall trend. Companies are starting to realize, yes, we're gonna be yes, we're going to be looking at possible workforce reduction, and when this happens, they may be able to redeploy some of the employees back into the company. Right, they get a different job, but for some of the others, they might just be let go, and they're going to be looking specifically for people that have AI experience. So, I know we've mentioned it before when we were seeing a lot of the big tech layoffs going on. One of the things that people need to do is become more familiar with AI because that's going to give you a leg up. AI is going to be kind of a big part of a lot of the jobs coming up, so you need to be able to do that. One other thing here is that you know we're saying this report says like it's over 40% of people, right? Before, the World Economic Forum was saying only 25% of these companies were thinking about it, so that number is continuing to increase as we see more AI tech become available, as we're seeing the capabilities come out. More of these businesses, more of these CEOs are going to realize, oh man, these capabilities, AI can actually do stuff. It's not just like this Amazon Go experiment. They might be able to replace actual people with a lot of these things. So I think that's important to see where it's headed. That number is just going to continue to go up. Well, that's all we've got for today. We'll see y'all next time. Dale.
Dale.